Good morning, class. I welcome you all to your grammar class once again. And we have in the previous video already started chapter number 8 in your grammar book. And that chapter number 8 is the tenses. And we have learnt about present continuous tense in the previous video. Today we have present perfect tense which we are going to learn. So let's see its definition. Present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is used to express an action that has been completed at the present moment. Completed, definitely that is completed, but when? At the present moment. The main point of this is that the action is already completed, but when? Just now you can say, or before few minutes. We have one example, I have read. This shows that I is your subject here, have is your auxiliary verb or helping verb, and then we have read, read is your verb, and which is the third form of the verb. Of the verb. What you have to understand in present perfect tense is that present perfect tense is used to express that something started in the past, some past event we are going to talk about that has present consequences, or something started in the past but when I am talking to you, when I am telling you about it, it is already finished before. When I am talking to you before, just before that, I have finished that. And it also shows link between the past and the present. When your action took place in the past, we have no idea about it. The time of action is not specified. In the sentences, the time of action when you have started that action in the past, that will not be specified to you, but the thing will be specified that the action is already finished when I am telling you about it. And here we have how present perfect tense is formed. What you have to understand here, how we can form, how we can construct a sentence which has present perfect tense. Let's do it. In the three ways we can construct it: affirmative sentence, we can have affirmative sentences, negative sentences and interrogative sentences. Affirmative, when we are talking, I have told you in the previous video too, we are talking about positive statements. Let's write one example. Subject, this is, you can say, a rule to write affirmative sentence, then I will make a sentence and I will tell you how I have put that. Then plus has or have, since we are having present tense, so has and have as an helper or auxiliary verb. Then we have third form of the verb. See, now I will be writing one example for you. You can see in your book. First example, if we will go with, I have written. I have written a letter to him. Let's fix these things. Subject. I is your subject. Then has and have as auxiliary or helping verbs. Have, I have. Since it is I, we will use have. Have is used for singular or plural, that you have to keep in mind. Have is used for plural subjects. But with I, we go with have. Written. Write is your first form. Write, wrote is your second form, then written is your third form. Write, wrote, written. So since we are using third form of the verb, that is why we have this. This is your third form of what? Of verb. Then these are additional words to make a sentence. So as you can see, this is affirmative, no negative word is used. This is affirmative sentence. When I talk about negative sentence, what I will do, I will have as a rule, has, have, then we are going to have the word not. Then third form of the verb. Let's write one example. We will take third example. I have not played. Let's see. This is, by the time I think you have understood how we can put these like that. Subject, I. Has and have, since it is I. Not. After auxiliary verb, we are going to put not to make the sentences, make the present perfect tense negative. Then played is your third form of the verb. I hope this is understood by you. Now we have interrogative. Interrogative is question words. Now see what it says. In the same manner, like we have studied in present continuous tense, same manner we have two kinds of it. One will start with question tag or question word, you can say. One will start with has or have. You have, I'll be writing both the formulas for you. Has or have plus subject plus third form of the verb. Okay, by this I think you can make out I am talking about third form of the verb. This is one type of question interrogative sentences we can write. Next one is question word plus has or have. Then we have subject. Then we have third form of the verb. Is it fine? Now let's have one example from the book. We will take the first one. Has. Has the electrician, or let's take one easy one. Have they ever said so? Ever said so? Question mark, because it is interrogative. Have. Now see, we have started with have. Then what our formula says, we have to use subject. Then they is your subject. This is your auxiliary verb you have taken. This is your subject you have taken. Then ever said so. Said is your third form of the verb. Isn't it? Said is your third form of the verb. So see how we have fit. Now when we talk about question word, what we can do? We can have the last example. Who has taken you to task? Who has taken you to task? Now look, who is your question word? This is our question word. Has is your auxiliary verb or helping verb. This is your verb. And which form is it? It is in third form. Third form of the verb. Then you do task. This is how we can construct our sentences according to present perfect tense, but we have to keep in mind whether it is positive or negative or interrogative sentences. In these manner, whatever the rules I have told you, you all have to keep these rules in mind. After this, we are going to see present perfect tense and their uses. So here we are going to talk about present perfect tense. In which cases you can use present perfect tense. Children, if you will see page number 53, you will find under the heading of present perfect tense uses. It says the present perfect tense is used to express an action. Okay, first you have to keep in mind it is used to express what? An action that has been completed, already completed in the immediate past. What is the meaning of immediate past? Means it is completed just now. When I am telling you, just before that, before informing you that thing, just now that work has been completed. Okay, then we have example to justify this statement. I will be writing second one for you. To justify the first one, first example is you have done your what? You have done your work. See, it is according to the formula which I have explained you just before this. It says you have done your work, but when have you done your work? You have, if I will say you have recently done your work, then you will get to know that when I have finished my work. It can be recently done. It can be said as just now I have finished this work. And when you have these sort of sentences, you can make out that this work is finished just before I am informing you about this, that action is over. Now, your second point says that we use the words like just, recently, yet, by, now, today. All these words we use to express present perfect tense. And let me tell you, the word yet is used to express something in a negative sense. Suppose I want to indicate that you have not finished your work yet, then I will use the word yet. So let's have an example for this. If I will write, you have finished. This I am giving from my side, okay? Don't search in the book. You have finished. But can you see the time? Is it telling you about when this action has been done? When it was completed? When you will add the word, you have just finished. Now your answer, now your statement is giving you the information that just now I have finished. It means I have recently finished this work of mine. So in the cases when we want to express present perfect tense, we can very easily do with the help of these words, just, recently, or lately, or by now, and today, yet. All these words will tell you that we are using the statement in present perfect tense. Now, third thing shows that it expresses with time also you can use. With time. For indicating this we have two words, for and since. Children, for is used when we are indicating some number. When we use numbers, then we can use the word for. Like you have one example, I will write for you. My friend has not seen me for 3 years. Me for 3 years. Now you can see we have for here. I have told you we to indicate numbers. Now see, this is 3. What time it is telling you? That since for 3 years my friend has not seen me. For indicating number I have used for, what I have told you just now. But for indicating time, days or dates, remember, for indicating time, date and days, what we use? We use since. Like, if I give one example, I have not seen him since yesterday. I have not seen him since yesterday. Yesterday is telling you the time. What time it is expressing you? That means it is telling you that day it is expressing you, isn't it? It is telling you, or you can say it is telling you the time since yesterday. It is not telling you about any number. Number is expressed in this sentence, but here it is telling you, indicating you about days. Since when I have not seen him? Since yesterday. So here yesterday, you can see that it indicates either your, since indicates days, your time and your dates. But for indicates only your number. I think these things are clear to you. We also use present perfect tense for certain things which are not there in the book, but I will be explaining you. We use to describe an action that is repeated, being repeated between past and present many a times. You have done the same action many a times in past and present. Between that duration, you have repeated the action. Suppose I say, we have gone to the beach many times. We have gone to the beach. I am not saying that we have finished. Now we are not going to the beach anymore. The sentence says, I have gone, we have gone to the beach, means we have gone several times to the beach in the time period. When I am telling you, it indicates in the past until now, several times we have visited the beach. These are the things when we can use present perfect tense. I hope whatever I have taught today is clear to you. If it is not clear, my dear children, you can again see my video so that you can understand each and every point, because these things are very important. It should be clear in your mind. So keep on revising it. Thank you and have a nice day.